Cooney, loser, bold guy. Cooney, 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 Cooney. Cooney, 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 Cooney. Cooney, 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 Cooney. Cooney, Cooney, upstays alive.
All right, welcome back to Raccoon Tweeties. On this episode, I have with me, people are going to think I'm not telling the truth because they may not know who you are, and I'm constantly lying about things online and stuff. They're literally going to think that I paid some guy to pretend to be the owner of Fourth Wall. But this is not some guy. This is Joe Manente. Joe, say hello.
Hey, what's going on? How are you guys doing? Great to be here. Thank you, Brendan Cooney, for having me on your show.
Absolutely. And you are the owner of Fourth Wall.
I am the owner of Fourth Wall,
This is verbal confirmation. You're not a paid actor.
No, not a paid actor.
No.
Yeah,
Okay.
why would I lie about that? I mean, at this point, Jesus Christ.
See, good bits already.
Yeah.
Good bits.
It's like, no, I definitely work a guitar set. Why would you lie about that? Yeah.
I love it, dude. See, this is the thing, though, because
I'm the owner of the fucking comedy store, actually. I take it all back. I own the fucking Laugh Factory. That's me.
These are lies. Now.
Okay.
I wanted to have you on because, you know,
I know why.
What?
It's because I own the 65th worst comedy club in LA. That's right, right?
Yeah, we can get into that.
You wanted to fucking have the guy that has the 100th worst comedy venue. I have the worst comedy venue in LA. Everyone knows it. No, I'm sorry. I interrupted your thing.
No, please do. Please do, man. You went to 65 instead of 61, though. You mean
61st? Yeah, like I missed by one.
Yeah.
Let's just go for fucking worst in LA. It's all or nothing. 60? You can't even make that. It's pathetic.
They should do a worst of, instead of 60 best, because that would be funny.
Exactly.
That's more like what we would do, right?
Yeah.
Well, that sounds like a Raccoon Tweeties episode.
Yeah,
60
we would be
worst.
10 of the worst podcasts.
Yeah, we're like number 4 in Ireland, okay? You know what? This is crazy. On the chartable thing, we've been in the top, I think top 20 now, but I'm not sure. I might be lying. We're in top 30 at least of stand-up in America.
Okay.
So there you go.
The top 20 of
stand-up podcasts in America.
That's great.
The thing about that is stand-up is like a very smaller cut.
Yeah. Okay.
So like if we were in comedy top 20, then we'd be like making money.
Yeah.
Like that would be our job.
Okay.
But I mean, comedy though, we did finally make the comedy in Ireland.
That's good.
So we cracked in there.
Is that based on Cooney?
Maybe, I don't know. Some guy wrote, it was like, hey, there's a YouTube comment, it was like, hey, hello from Ireland.
Yeah.
And after that, it like shot up all the way to the top. And there's that one guy downloading it. But anyway, that's neither here nor there.
Okay.
So I wanted to have on Joe because people do not know that, even though I've said it many times, you and I are friends.
Yes.
We've known each other for a long time.
Long time, yeah.
I've known you since I moved out to LA because we used to do that rock paper show.
Yeah, that's right.
And I think that's how we know each other, right?
Yeah, that, and also you used to do that open mic at the Lotus Lounge. You remember that?
Did I do an open mic at the Lotus Lounge? I know Lotus Lounge. I do it.
Not the Lotus Lounge. You used to run
Karma Lounge.
Karma Lounge. That's what I meant. Yeah.
So you'd come to Karma Lounge.
Yeah.
Because people don't know, I don't think, that you own Fourth Wall, even though you're posting about it all the time.
Yes. Yeah.
So
exactly.
I wanted to make that clear. So I have some questions, but one I do remember off the top of my head is, how aware are you of like me using Fourth Wall kind of as a character on Twitter and online?
I did notice that during the quarantine. I thought about, did I reach out to you about that? I can't remember.
I'm glad you brought that up. Because
I literally can't remember.
I think it's kind of weird on my part that I never talked to you about the character I've been doing. I'll admit that but you did reach out to me one time, and I have the exact quote. This is the exact quote you sent to me. You texted this to me. You said, "Cooney, can you please remove the comment you put on that Instagram post of not everyone knows who you are. Some think you're serious. Do you remember what that was about?
I
don't.
No, I don't either at this point. But I suffered so much fucking derision at the beginning of the quarantine.
From who? Me or
No, from everybody. No. I know that it was a joke.
Yeah.
I know that. So like,
Wait, my stuff, most of what I was doing was, and I want to know if you were aware of this. I was saying that I made you this character called the owner of Fourth Wall. I never used it. It would say, the owner of Fourth Wall is sleeping with my wife. Okay. And I would just make that joke over and over again. Like, my wife has moved in with the owner of Fourth Wall.
Oh my God.
I kept saying that. So that was the majority of that bit.
I got you. It's all good, man.
So you never saw any of that?
I didn't see the ones about, I never saw any of that, about the wife stuff.
What about, because I want to hear what people are deriding you, but one other thing, did you ever see the one that I made where it was like Fourth Wall and Ireland, and it showed the partition of Ireland?
What?
Yeah, I had this bit, because there's like, or not Ireland, sorry, fuck. It was the partition of like Israel and Palestine, I think. So there's this famous meme where it shows the like Israel taking over parts of Palestine, and it just gets more and more as like it's like 48, 70, well, what, blah blah blah. So, and then this meme, people use it to be like, show this to your Irish friends so they understand what's happening. So I changed it to Fourth Wall, and I was like, Fourth Wall at the beginning of the pandemic, or like at like whenever year, and then I was like, and then it just Fourth Wall is all of comedy in LA.
Oh my God!
You never saw that?
No,
that was my favorite one. But that's boring. So tell me,
that's boring. Fuck,
I'm interested.
How am I missing all this, dude? You don't tag me in it, obviously.
No, I don't tag. Well, I can't tag you on Twitter. Does Fourth Wall have a Twitter?
No, I don't
should
have
have tagged you on IG,
dude. I am dyslexic, and I just don't want to read. You know,
right. I mean, Twitter kind of sucks.
Thank God, I'm not. Yeah, it's like. Anyways, yeah.
Are you dyslexic?
Yeah. I'm not just saying that as like, a fucking, I did something dumb today.
I figured.
No, but I don't want to. I can't forget.
Twitter is like, it's really not. I mean, Gerardo also doesn't like Twitter.
I'm fucking great at Twitter, dude.
You don't like Twitter, though.
I hate it.
He's like gone on rants about how much he doesn't like it.
But you use it.
I do.
Yeah,
he's just, comedian shit. But what, so tell me about what people were deriding you at the beginning of the pandemic and what for?
Well, just the basic grandstanding to make themselves seem like morally correct.
Right.
And it was just really, really horrible. And,
like being open during the pandemic, they're criticizing.
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't. I'm not talking. This is like 2 weeks into March,
right,
before people really knew what was going on. There was no mask mandate in place. It was just people panicking for literally no reason at all. And it's like, I have to, the health department is, part of my life because I own a restaurant. So I actually had access to a governing body, and they weren't panicking. They're just like, listen, we're going to, just listen to whatever the mayor says. And then that's our thing. So it was like all these people online were like, you need to close down immediately. It's like, listen,
comedians?
Comedians, people. It's just like, you're not a doctor. You're not a bureaucracy. You're nothing. You're just a person panicking online.
You're nothing.
You're nothing and you're a fucking loser. Why don't you go to the Melrose Comedy and suck their dicks, you bitch.
Anyways, but not to get...
That don't even make sense. Stay home and do your fucking Twitch stream. Take a clown class. This is Fourth Wall, motherfucker. You want to come? You want to feel unsafe? You want to feel unsafe? Come to the Fourth.
That's right. Oh my God! But but it's like, listen, nobody knows what's going on. Chill. Right. I'm going by what the people that are in charge of this are telling me. So just relax. Multiple different people were reaching out to me publicly and just a lot of shame and like mean things for no reason. You know,
that's what happens when that stuff goes on. You saw a lot of that. I saw this one comedian. She did this whole post about someone went to a party, like someone from college. He's like, and I saw that she went to a party, and it's like, why don't you just like message that person if you're so concerned.
Yeah, exactly. Just
like
fucking
a message, be like, hey, I think what you're doing is. I think we did talk over the pandemic. I checked in on you. I want to see how you're doing.
Yeah, yeah.
And you were like, I'm doing good and all that. And then, I mean, I didn't get the sense that you were doing anything like crazily irresponsible. You had the wipe down the mic thing going on.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, who knows? Now we really don't know because so many things switch back and forth.
I know.
During the pandemic, it's like up and down. And people were going to do comedy anyways. Like you had Fourth Wall open for most of it, right?
Yeah, we reopened for outdoor services.
The tent, I forgot about.
It was the tent. Yeah, we opened for outdoor services as soon as it was allowed.
Yeah,
Bill
Ski had something going on, I think, and there was that weird house that Cole lived in.
It sucked.
Yeah, it was rough.
I didn't enjoy too much of that. The comedy outside. I don't know.
Was there anything like that sticks out in your mind from somebody? Like, was there a specific thing, someone criticizing you that you can remember? That was
I can't remember. I'd have to go back and look at it. And it was just, I don't know.
I remember. Go ahead.
This one guy who I don't hate him or anything, but a couple of people used it as a platform for their joke. One guy took a picture of, he's like, I have COVID. And it's when people thought you really died as soon as you got it. And he was in an emergency room and he's like, I got it at Fourth Wall. And it was just a picture of him with the tags from a thing. And I mean, they just used me to do that, I'm like, and it
literally sounds like something that I did. Was it me that did that?
No. It was this guy. I can't remember his fucking name.
You don't remember his name?
No, it was.
Did he really have COVID?
No, he took a picture of him with like an IV in his arm and like hospital tags. He was just happened to be in there for something else.
So if we book this guy in the show, are you going to be angry?
No,
no, I'm just kidding. That is annoying.
But I mean, it's like, God, that's so like irresponsible.
Yeah, that's stupid.
Yeah, and
I wouldn't have done that at that point. And I don't think I ever said I got COVID at Fourth Wall. I definitely made COVID jokes.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd have to look up.
It was like people were in a massive panic and he just did that to get hit, to just, advance his own social media platform.
Right.
And
I just realized I should explain what we're talking about because this is a problem with me. I go so inside baseball so quick that people have no idea.
Right.
So, and you can interject if you want to explain too, but basically, Fourth Wall is an open mic in Los Angeles where you can sign up on this website called slotted.com, and there's like hours where just like there's like hour blocks of like maybe 10 people, and you stay the whole time. Sometimes there's audience. It started off like, I don't know, years ago. Were you the first person to do it?
Yeah, of course. And we don't use Slotted. We use fourthwallcomedy.com.
Oh, Fourth Wall. Sorry.
Yeah.
It's just like that format. So I didn't even know that. I didn't realize it wasn't Slotted.
Yeah. Well, you've been signing up.
I'm just as dumb as
Brendan is a fucking idiot, dude.
Yeah, I'm not good. He was laughing at me because I had like 480 tabs open on my phone.
Oh, I'm the same way. But
What?
Yeah.
So
lots of open tabs.
So Fourth Wall is basically, it's like $5 for an hour. Each comic pays $5 to get up. But so you're the first person to do it, but does that mean like you really, definitely the first person to do it for sure.
Oh yeah. There's no question.
So they do it in New York too, right?
I don't know. Maybe they do now.
So you started this whole thing, and how do people not know? It's like a big thing in comedy, Slotted.
The first time I ever heard about a Slotted mic was signing up for Fourth Wall.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, me too.
It's funny how the technology gets the credit for the idea,
Right.
I mean, it's not like Slotted comes with an open mic thing. If you remember back to the beginning of 2018, we were using the same format that we are now, but people just texted in their availability. I want to sign up for the 6 p.m.
Right.
And then I just wrote down on a literal list in my notebook what the names were. And then I'm like, well, this is getting out of control. Like I'm having to like do texts all day long and communicate with like 45 people, and it was too hard. And then Slotted just happened to look like what was in my notebook. But Slotted doesn't work if you don't enforce the rules and there isn't a culture involved, it's just a tool of the business. It's not what it is. Like, it became so effective and easy. I mean, I had to do a lot to make people follow the fucking rules. Okay, I had to throw chairs at Johnny Mitchell's fat ass. I had to fucking
Fat ass.
or
That's
tall
so
ass.
funny.
Yeah,
That's such a funny thing to call Johnny Mitchell fat ass.
you know, you have to wrangle people and then get, you know, and then
I get
you have to enforce it, and it became like, okay, all right, so it's acceptable to wait for 1 hour and do this and pay this amount, and you get this much time. You know, that's what it really is. And so now there are slotted mics, but Fourth Wall is not a slotted mic. Fourth Wall is Fourth Wall, and that's it.
Right.
Yeah.
No, I get it. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I like the distinction.
Yeah.
I mean, it's very interesting that you started it.
Yeah.
Joe Manente started this thing, and you may not get the credit. It sounds like you're not going to get the credit for starting this or being like the first guy. But really, if you're in New York and there's a slotted mic right now, not to say, because this is a Fourth Wall mic, as Joe has stated.
Yeah.
This is who you can blame right here.
I ruined your scene. Yeah.
I think it's great. And people don't, that's another thing people don't know, because I talk so much shit online. They don't know that I go to, and I've said many times that I go to Fourth Wall.
Yeah.
There's videos of me at Fourth Wall, and yet people still don't know that I do that. They'll be like, I get texts from other comics where they're like, "What are you doing right now?" And I'm like, going to Fourth Wall. And they'll like do laugh emojis like I'm not being serious. I'm like dead serious. Like, how many times do I need to tell you that I'm going to Fourth Wall?
Because of all. Yeah, I know that I'm aware that there's a lot of people that don't like it, and then it destroy. Well, you know, it's funny. It made it easier for a certain group of people to get into stand up and do it, and then it ruined like every fucking bar show and Corbin Bowl thing.
Yeah.
You know,
Corbin Bowl. I mean, that's like, what's his name?
Yeah.
With a drunk guy, Ryan. Is he mad at you, Ryan
I
Turnbull?
don't think so. I facilitated Jonathan David's memorial show for no charge, and I like Ryan. I think he's funny, and I mean, shit, I was fucking roommates with Chris F for 3 years, so there
I don't even know who that is, but there's nothing that, Fumagalli.
Yeah.
Oh, of course. I used to say that guy was like a serial killer. But fucking I doubt that they have a problem with you. I lost my train of thought because I started thinking about how scary Fumagalli is. No, there's no way that they fucking have a problem with you.
Oh yeah, I don't think it's like like that. But yeah, is our Fourth Wall style mics catching on in New York?
That's what I think, right?
Yeah,
I mean, I haven't been there.
I don't know.
I got to imagine.
I'll have to ask Cole Alexander. He was just there for a long extended period.
Is he moving back?
He's back. Yeah.
Oh, he moved back.
He did move back.
That's funny. Well, good. I mean, glad to have him back.
Where did he move to?
New York.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, I get it. It kind of fucking. Yeah, there's a lot of people that don't like it, and that's fine. You know what I mean? I understand.
Something that stuck out in my head was listening to Good Friends, Bad People, of course.
Yeah.
One of our sister podcasts.
Shout out Luke Schwartz.
R.I.P.
okay.
It's over now.
Oh.
But and I call it sister podcast just to grind them a little bit.
We pray to the east and then memorial to them every day.
Rachel Wolfson do you know Rachel?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah, I figured you did. She was on it, and she was saying that she does all the slotted mics. I don't know if she meant Fourth Wall, but I'm sure she's done Fourth Wall. And she was like, yeah, people say it's stupid, but you'll never get good, because they're basically saying you have to do stand-up a lot.
Yeah.
And really the options are at least some slotted stuff. I mean, I do it because I have the funds to do it and I want to practice for shows.
Yeah, absolutely.
It may not be the best audience every time, as you well know.
Oh, yeah.
But, it's better than like 3 hours or 4 hours sometimes at a bar.
Sure.
A bunch of idiots.
Sure. Yeah.
I mean, it's a good mic, and you're a friend of mine, so
Thank you.
I don't mind paying
I've always
for
respected Fourth Wall.
Thank you.
Because, you can get rid of 2 hours of wait time for a fucking open mic out of a hat.
Yeah.
When you can just pay
God.
$5 to go for an hour.
Yeah.
And you get a dedicated audience.
Well, exactly. A captive audience at a minimum. But
Video of me defending Fourth Wall is hilarious.
Yeah.
at this point, I was only the tip of the iceberg of I keep doing what you're doing. I think it's funny. Don't worry about it.
Oh, you mean like tweeting about it?
Yeah.
I gotta find those tweets. Maybe during the interview I'll find some.
Now,
of the tweets
I'm starting to realize now. I'm only putting together the full picture now.
Yes.
This is. I get why it's funny. Yeah.
So
and why people don't believe that you go there.
People probably still think if you weren't weirder, they would think you're an actor, or if you're weirder, they think you're an actor.
Yeah.
Fucking no! I've known you for a long time. I've known iterations of Joe Manente with a guitar, which I love.
Oh yeah, in the early days.
Guitar comedy, very good.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Everybody liked it.
Yeah.
I never saw anybody that was like, oh, that sucks or whatever. Because you're a talented musician.
Thank you. Thank you.
So that was good. Do you get like text messages all day long from open micers about Fourth Wall?
I do get a couple a day, but it's not as bad, you know, as you think. A lot of DMs too on Instagram.
On social media.
Yeah.
So your phone isn't constantly like bang bang.
No,
bang.
I just turn off the notifications, and I have office hours now, 8 to 10 a.m. every day, and that's where I answer 90% of the messages that I get, and then if there's because at Fourth Wall we have the cafe also, so we don't we do a couple shows a week.
Right.
It's not just open mics. We do have performance opportunities in a that's not in a black box. But
so there's 3 locations for Fourth Wall.
Just two.
There was 3.
There was 3, yeah.
There was one in the Valley, which is still around. That's my favorite, probably.
Me too.
That's the OG Fourth Wall.
That's
the OG,
one.
yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I'll talk about the Valley one. I don't remember. I started going there when I was so worried. I didn't know what area it was, so I assumed there was no parking. But when I found out there was parking, I started going. So that's what brought me.
Got it.
But I remember around the time that I went, Joey Diaz was on Joe Rogan saying that you got to go to Fourth Wall.
Yeah, exactly.
This guy, Joe Manente. And you were like sharing it, which I would have done as well.
Of course.
You were like, check it out, Joey Diaz. And then I went there and like Joey Diaz was there.
Exactly.
I couldn't believe it. He's sitting in the back and he did his bit about kidnapping that guy.
Yes.
Which he did on
Degenerates.
Yeah, Degenerates came out. You're a fan. You watched.
Yeah, oh yeah, totally. Yeah. He did his whole half hour.
Really?
Yeah, he did.
He used to come right. He was doing the Valley stuff probably because he lived in the Valley because he did rooming.
Yeah, he lived close. I'd see him at Yum Yum Donuts like the next day a lot of the time.
He like make fun of Fourth Wall what you will, but he did select his opener from Fourth Wall, Eric Rocha.
That's right, he did. Indeed,
and then Lee Syatt was always there.
I miss Lee so much. Yeah,
Lee. Shout out to Lee, good guy.
Did he move now also?
He did. Yeah,
Lee is off the show and he moved to Boston. Right? Boston, right?
Lost a bunch of weight.
Yeah. He's doing his brother is like a fitness guru or something.
Yeah.
So Lee's kind of doing a weight loss thing too, side hustle or side podcast.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm talking about. So Joey obviously moved to Texas or whatever.
Or no, New Jersey.
New Jersey.
Yeah.
That's what I meant to say. Yeah. Even though it's completely different. I'm just fucking dumb. One time I saw Joey in the Valley. I was with this girl that I should never have been with. And he gave me this look, and he didn't even know me, but it was like kind of like, "What are you doing? Get out of there!" And I ignored it, and that was to my detriment.
Oh yeah. I feel like you're projecting on it.
I don't want to. No.
Who was it? You had a girlfriend for a long time.
No. That was great. She was great. I'm not talking about her. This is
someone else.
This is probably something I should never talk about on the podcast.
Okay.
Joey Diaz is watching the podcast. Like, what are you doing, Brendan?
What are you doing?
That's good.
It's Monday. You made a horrible mistake. What are you doing?
Leave it in the past, Brendan.
But yeah. So there were 3 locations: the Valley, Koreatown, which is no longer with us, I'm guessing.
Correct. Yeah.
And sad to see it go.
Very sad to say.
Sorry about that.
It's okay.
I was wondering. Yeah, the pandemic probably did that, right?
Yeah.
There are a lot of prostitutes there, I've heard. Was that true that there were prostitutes in the Koreatown one?
Oh, yeah, there were. Yeah.
Did you ever think about letting them host the mic?
Of course. No. I was always.
You get $5 for 5 minutes, baby, and then another $10 for something else. Okay.
Oh, man.
Joey, can I use the back, Joey? Tell him the bathroom is occupied. Get Alan Strickland Williams out there, baby. Rachel Friedland, maybe. She's a freak. Non-monogamous freak. All right. Sorry, I have to do that every once in a while. I lose it. Luke Schwartz, another freak. I don't know, he's not a freak. Yeah, so that one's gone. But then also there's the cafe where there are shows.
Yeah, there are shows at the cafe. And
how is that run? Is there shows every week?
Yeah, every week we facilitate. People rent the space out because it's cute looking and there's nice lights and the whole fucking thing. So
I agree. I agree. I like the setup. I've done some good shows there.
Yeah.
I like the upstairs. I mean, there's a lot of stuff up there, but I think that's like a good green room. Have you ever seen this? You never been to the cafe?
Oh, yeah.
I'm confusing
We
Koreatown.
cleaned out the top.
Oh, you cleaned out?
Yeah.
I think it's a really good like little green room. So honestly, you could. I mean, I don't know anything about like show stuff, but like you could almost have like a balcony seating of there.
Oh yeah, you could.
Have you ever thought about that?
Of course. It's rarely overflowing that much.
Right.
But
the parking is rough.
God damn, I know.
Yeah.
It's a tough one. But I never have a problem because I don't know, I'm just like that's my fucking practical superpowers. I can always find a parking spot. But like especially people that maybe don't live in LA or they're friends of people. They're coming to see a show. They're not used to that kind of.
You can park in the 99-cent store or something like that.
Yes, you can park in the 99-cent store parking lot almost about 5 days a week. And they'll, you're going to be fine. There's not going to be a problem.
So you make food there?
Yeah.
What kind of food do you make?
We have a new subtenant in the kitchen, Lady Biscuits. Okay.
Is that the name of the chef?
No. The chef is Jessica Rigiglio, who is the wife of Mike Rigiglio's wife.
Mike. You know Mike?
Mike's very funny.
Mike's a good guy.
Good. You've probably seen him before.
Yeah.
And
he's a restaurant guy. He's a manager of a restaurant.
He's a cafe restaurant manager.
Something like that.
His wife is taking it over. She's going to give it a shot, and she's going to be making biscuits, and it's going to be called Lady Biscuits. And I'm looking forward to it. And that starts September 1st. So
for the shows?
For Lady Biscuits. Yeah.
What is Lady Biscuits?
That's what the food is.
It's a business, Brendan.
So Lady Biscuits is operating out of Fourth
the
Wall?
kitchen.
It's totally separate.
Yeah, it's a separate entity.
Oh, I see.
See, they're going to have.
Are they going to serve it during the show?
Yeah. Okay. Shows.
What are you smiling about? You got a fucking diss?
I want to tell him to be careful telling you more information because you're going to make memes about this now. You're going to see Lady Biscuits at Fourth Wall memes.
There's probably going to be some Lady Biscuit shit going on, but only in support. I mean, I like Mike, so I would support his wife.
Check in with him and his wife before you post anything about Lady Biscuits, because they're brand new. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It might be helpful. I don't know, but
What do you say about my wife? He's like, what you talking about over here? This fucking Cooney guy. He's like not like that at all.
Oh, you like memes?
Rigiglio. He's like a total like Gen X hipster. It's hilarious.
Yeah. He looks exactly like Whitney Melton, but with hair. I mean,
Whitney Melton.
Yeah, another shout out. Yeah. There's no way he listens. He's passed away.
Oh my God, Jesus Christ.
But do you serve food at all during the show?
Yeah.
What do you serve?
Right now, I don't do anything. I'm subleasing the kitchen.
Okay.
So I don't have to. It's too much for me right now. I used to make pizza in there, which was
right. I remember that,
which was fun. I had a good time learning, but I'm spread way too thin. So
no more pizza.
Not at the moment. We might be doing some outdoor pizza, but that's a whole different venture.
Do you think that your pizza is better than Flappers?
I don't know. Probably not. Flappers has pretty good food.
No.
I've never had their pizza.
No, their pizza sucks. It's burnt.
Yeah, have you ever
is it?
Have you ever had burnt pizza?
I'm sure your pizza's better. You're Italian, or am I wrong?
No, you're right.
I'm sure you make a better pizza than Flappers.
Well, maybe that's true. I was just talking to Joshua about. Well, I'll have to try it now. It passed the eye test, but this is also a few years ago. It might be
yeah,
different.
they had that stupid pizza spot. If you win it, you get a burnt pizza or something like that.
That's fucking weird.
I don't know. They fucking.
I always
suck
thought their
balls.
food was okay, but I guess
Yeah, if you go to
Their
one of the
food's
servers
fine.
and you
Yeah.
say, "Can
Their
I get?"
food's fine. I'm just fucking with you, Flappers. Don't come for me. Don't sue me, you pieces of shit.
If you ask one of the servers for a BP, they know what you mean.
got it.
Yeah.
Burnt pizza.
Fucking losers. I'm just angry because they didn't put me in the documentary.
Yeah, that's
I'm
fucking bullshit.
I'm Mr. Flappers.
The Flappers doc.
Yeah, there's
Yes.
like a Flappers documentary. I should be in it.
It's gonna be dope.
Who made that?
I don't know, some asshole. But I should be on the wall. I should be a part of. They should be paying me for all the fucking shit I get.
and for the advertising,
the
dude.
advertising. Nobody would even know Flappers. There's no way Flappers makes the 60 best if I don't make.
Our episode, we had a whole episode dedicated to this documentary preview.
Yeah.
And it got more views than the fucking preview.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They had 10 comments on it that were like, "Why isn't Brendan Cooney in this?"
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. And if
Yeah.
you go to the preview,
Really?
if you go to the YouTube for the preview, Brendan Cooney's mentioned in every single comment.
Yeah. It's ridiculous. But,
No
but
shit.
how am I not? How
Yeah.
am I not included?
Yeah.
What is it centered around?
Oh,
I don't know.
jeez.
Some bullshit.
Barbara.
Oh,
Barbara.
Barbara. Yeah, I've never met that lady. She represents like two famous comics though, like Preacher Lawson and someone else.
She's a comedy manager.
And I think that's what kind of keeps that whole thing alive, you know?
I have no idea
Yeah.
what keeps them mob money.
Well, we'll
Well, they
ask
also
her.
have a full liquor license, which helps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll ask her next week. She's coming in for an interview.
I've told this story many times. She should
right.
come and then we'll make sure she doesn't
Barbara.
break your toilet with
I
a
have no
giant
idea
shit.
who that is. All I know is Paul Moomjean and Joshua Setter, who I love both those guys.
Yeah.
You know, are they in it or what is it?
I don't know. Josh is in it. Josh, nice guy, very strange. Also, same Paul. I've never met Paul. Paul, very strange.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
he's the dean of Flappers or something like that, and he does
Sure.
a newsletter.
Sure.
You ever think about having a dean of Fourth Wall and a newsletter?
Oh no, I'm not that kind of. You know,
No newsletter for Fourth Wall?
Never say never, dude.
Do you read something like that if you get it?
We read the Flappers newsletter.
Yeah, we read that. Do I read it sometimes? Yeah, it's hilarious. It's like, there's one where he says you got to cut out your family or something.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, Flappers guy. Jeez.
No, I'm not totally against it, but you know, it's a way to get information. See, I just assume everyone's like me. You know what I mean? Like they ignore stuff when they have to read something. That's why I'm not on Twitter. I just don't want to read anything.
Yeah.
It's fucking sad. All right.
More things I can think about are like, so there, I brought up before we started the Bruno, when I went to Fourth Wall, and
Yeah,
Bruno's
what is
like,
this?
Bruno goes like, the fucking health inspector was here last time. He came in and he tried to say something. I was like, you got to watch the show. You got to he made this health inspector watch like the entire show or something.
What?
He was like, no
What?
talking during people's sets. So,
What?
so the health inspector was
What?
like trying to be like courteous and just watch the rest of the mic, probably horrified by what they saw. And then
Wait,
like
at the cafe, this is?
no, this isn't the cafe. It was at the North Hollywood one.
What?
Yeah, so I'm like, why are you even here? They don't have food or anything. So the health inspector was like trying to talk to Bruno, like, are you the owner? And Bruno's like, no. And they're like, do you know the owner? He's like, nah, I don't. We just come here. And they're like, how do you know to come here? He's like, we just show up. just not telling her anything. He's like, I'm Italian. I don't tell stuff or whatever.
What?
He never told you about this? This is a
No.
long time ago.
Interesting.
And so I'm just like laughing at the idea of the health inspector showing up at Fourth Wall and then being told they have to watch an open mic. That's probably why they never came back, because they were like, well, we're not sitting through that again if this is some sort of rule that we have to follow.
I don't know what that is. Maybe
So they never contacted you again?
You know what? That might have been in regard to the garbage or shrubbery that grows on the fucking side of the building. Yeah.
They're like, are these homeless people with you? And you're like, those are comedians.
I think, yeah, that's what it was. There was debris. Dude, every fucking piece of trash gets blown in North Hollywood and Van Nuys gets blown into the end of that parking lot. And it ends up where my truck is parked and all that shit back
Let me
there.
ask you a question.
That's what it was for. Yeah.
Do you ever see somebody at the North Hollywood thing and you're not able to tell whether they're a comedian or a crazy homeless person?
Yeah, it happens from time to time.
Do you, and like, are you ever like wrong when you guess? Like, is it ever like, oh, fuck, it's a comedian. The guy with like a broken glass he's holding and he's going, fuck your mother, fuck your mother. And you're like, thought it was a homeless guy. Actually, he was working on a bit.
Yeah. Oh, God. I'd rather have the homeless guy with the glass than some of these like fucking people with like undiagnosed Asperger's or like just like raging narcissists. Like, a guy came in screaming, and he's not homeless, and he just screamed, "You're an N-word, you're an N-word, you're an N-word, you're a bitch ass N-word, fuck you," and then he just left.
What race is this?
He was black.
Thank God. Thank God.
Because like sometimes like some crazy fuck will just come in and like there's no frame of reference. Yeah. And then I'll like explain. I'm like, okay, so you got two rules. You got to be on time, stay for the whole thing. That's it.
Right.
Okay. And then they just don't do it. And then when you tell them they have to, when they don't get up or they just fucking lose their mind. It's like, you didn't listen to one thing that I told you when you fucking gave me. So it's like, you can't reason with that, they're just nuts. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's not every race of person has, had an issue with this, you know what I mean? Every
You host
at some point or another.
Yeah.
There's crazy people. Yeah.
You host sometimes, but you also have other hosts hosting the mics, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Is there like an onboarding process for hosting, or you have a training period or something like that?
Yeah. I mean, here and there. I mean, a little bit. You have to be funny at a minimum. And then after that, it's things that you wouldn't think of right away because it doesn't have anything to do with comedy. Can you enforce the rules? Are you comfortable telling people that that you can't come in after a certain time?
There you go.
That is real hard for people to do. And when they start thinking about it in those terms, it becomes less attractive of a thing. It's like, oh yeah, like so-and-so who runs a show at the Ha-Ha that I've been trying to get on comes in at fucking 9 minutes past the hour, and I want you to, let that person, you just can't let them in. They're texting you, yo, I'm outside. Oh, I'm almost, hey, can you let me in? And you just can't do it. You know what I mean? And we're lenient. We're not like, we don't start on the hour. There's a couple minutes grace period. I get it. You got to.
Can I tell you something?
Yeah.
I wouldn't, the button where you press it to cross the street?
Yeah.
I wouldn't press that for someone who hosted a show at the Ha-Ha Cafe.
Or you know what I mean.
No, that's a good example. You're absolutely right, which is what's wrong with comedy in LA. Somebody's worried about what some Ha-Ha host of a bringer show thinks about that. Who cares? Unless it's somebody I like. Then it's different. There are plenty. I know people that are cool that run Ha-Ha shows.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying that you suck if you're listening to this. Don't be sensitive.
Yeah.
But it could be. Maybe they don't even run a show. Maybe they're just a friend of yours and they're expecting preferential treatment.
No, I get it.
You just can't play favorites, and it's really hard. You know what I mean? It's no fun to have to do that.
Yeah.
But if you can't wait for, you can't, because then the next person is going to think that they're entitled to be a little bit late, and then the whole thing falls apart.
And you are lenient, because even with the grace period, like I asked you if I can go get 2 waters, and it was like 1:15 or so, whatever, 15 on the hour.
He beat
and
you
you were
with a
like,
chair.
you looked at me, you kind of shook your head, you're like, yes, go for it, dude. And I went to go get waters from the 7-Eleven. You were like, go for it, you fucking asshole.
You don't want to dehydrate Gerardo.
Gerardo.
You think you got problems with crazy people. Look at Gerardo has you think you got a temper. Actually, the two of you should hang out. You probably kill somebody.
Nice, Gerardo. I like you even more now.
No, dude, also too, Fourth Wall is fucking special to me, because when I first got sober, was in 2018.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And so I didn't do stand-up for 3 months when I first got sober. And then it was 2019, January, where I started doing stand-up again.
God, yeah.
And I only went to Fourth Wall, and I would like cry on stage and shit. And, it's not funny, guys. It's not funny. But like you guys, like I went there fucking every day of the week, and I was able to get more comfortable on stage.
I remember.
Which one? The Valley one?
The Valley.
I remember. Fuck yeah, man.
Yeah, dude.
Good for you.
Yeah.
And you're still sober?
No, actually. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Well, you smoke weed now?
No. I'm wholly sober.
Oh, okay.
Almost.
You're completely sober, right?
Yeah, but I'm not in recovery or anything like that.
You just never started.
Never got into drinking too much. But yeah.
Almost 4 years.
Oh, hey, congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah,
That's
and
great.
I've never drank or anything.
Yeah,
so-
right.
Yeah, right.
Dude, I remember you at Residuals just doing some great set. That was the first time I'm like, oh, damn, Cooney is so good at this.
Yeah.
Drunk far away from my house. Great. That's
Oh,
good.
yeah. You were so enjoying this fucking shitty audience. And you know, you had the best set of anyone that night. You did a few of those nights, but I can't remember who else. Yeah, Eric was definitely there. Maybe
Yeah.
Luke Allen was on the
That,
show.
I think, is where I met Eric, or either that or the Good Night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was, I don't know, maybe 2015, 2016. And you just showed so much poise in this shitty bar show. And, you know, it's like, I'm a very like high energy, fucking definitely emotionally committed. And, you know, Cooney has his own fucking rhythm, his own energy, and he owns it. And this bar, you don't need to be, I wish we could have recorded that and sent it to anyone doing bar shows. You don't have to be crazy or off the wall in order to command attention in a bar show. It was so well done, you know, and you had these guys. It was great.
Let it be known.
Yeah.
If there's a bar show at a bar that could be featured in Bosch, the TV show, I can crush. Okay. Any bar that's in a Bosch TV show, I got it. So have you ever had to ban anybody from Fourth Wall?
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
Like who?
Not lifetime, but
What'd you ban him for?
I had to ban Arthur Reesian, who I
Oh,
love.
I fucking hate that guy.
Yeah,
That guy should be banned forever.
No, get to know Art. He's a decent dude, but you know what?
Yeah.
I could understand why you would say that. I mean, shoot. Think of all the crazy people that I haven't banned, and I banned him, and he took off all of his clothes on stage, and everything. His dick, his fucking.
He's disgusting looking.
Yeah, he's a chubby Armenian guy, and I thought for the first few months that I met him that he was mentally challenged, but he's not. He's actually a chemistry major. He's intelligent, but stand up will fucking bring you.
Right.
It'll reduce you to your lowest terms, man.
This is the thing. I don't want to focus too
Flappers
much.
tweets.
Because when you're an open micer, which I am, you assume that nobody knows who you are.
Right.
Nobody's going to remember you. And most of the time they don't. And you're like, oh, those people hate me. No, they don't. They don't even ever think about you.
You wish they hated you.
Yeah. I hate Arthur Reesian. I do remember not liking him. The name is ingrained in my brain as someone I do not like.
Yeah.
Now I can see him. I'm sure that you're right, though.
Yeah.
Because there are points where I'm watching him where I'm like, maybe off stage he's normal. There are plenty of people that are insane on stage and off. But I think that was an interesting point is that, you know, most of the time you do assume, oh, whatever I do here, no one will remember. Yeah. Sometimes people remember.
Yeah.
I would, if I had like, if I were allowed to, and it was something like, you know, I don't know, what's like a TV where you're allowed to kill people or something like some TV show where you kill, I would definitely kill Arthur.
The Purge?
If I had a scope, like, yeah, if there was a Purge.
Jesus Christ.
And I would shoot him right in the head. Or whatever.
Where's this coming from?
But
What? You can just butt on that?
this is parody.
Okay.
I'm not allegedly would do that. No, but all right. So you ban somebody for being naked?
Well, that's like a real obvious one. And then more recently, there was a guy that was just talking about Jesus, and that's it. And he was using it as a platform to
Oh my God.
preach. And you at a certain point, you have
it's
to
too much, yeah.
you have to fucking try to be funny. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's it.
Were you there? What was that guy's name that was like really tall? Like he kept saying that he was half black and he had on the funky hair and he would just go up there and say crazy shit. He had like that's probably like so many people that have been there.
Half black. I can't
forget
remember.
that guy was the worst guy too. That just your religious thing reminded me of that.
Yeah. Well, you know, you get these people once they find out there's, you have to stay for the 50 minutes and like, it's, there's going to be people listen to whatever you say. There's a narcissistic person or personality type that's really attracted to that because no one can walk out on them.
Did you ever ban? Remember when this is a crazy thing that I did. I kicked that guy Kevin out of the mic. Remember that? Kevin Suskovich or whatever.
Oh, yeah. Oh, this was a long time ago. That was before the formatting.
Really?
I think. Yeah.
I literally was like, you have to leave.
Yeah.
And wasn't the host. I just kicked him out, and you were okay with that.
Yeah.
And then I said as a joke, I was like, bring Kevin back in, and he went out to get him. I was like, no, I was kidding. Kick him out. And you were like, all right, you're out of here again. You enjoyed doing. I mean, you must have kicked him out, right?
Yeah, Suskovich is. He has something's wrong with him. I'm not sure, but he goes to 7-Eleven every day. I see him every day, and he goes, "Hi, Joe," you know. And so, no hard feelings there. But yeah, I remember that, and that was well deserved. If you
he's
kicked him out,
he's creepy to women.
He's creepy to women. He's deranged. Yeah. Highly intelligent. That's the other thing. He's like a calculus math genius.
Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah. But also completely. He's medicated.
What we're learning right now is that being highly intelligent is not good from these two people. Chemistry and math.
Exactly.
Going to be a dummy to bookend.
And then there's like guys like Chris Heist who have moved out of the community.
Well, yeah. What happened to Chris Heist?
I think he went to the desert where people appreciate someone that has that extreme point of view, and they see his look as more of, that just blends in Hollywood. You know what I mean? Like he's just another guy out here, I didn't hate Chris at all, but people were starting to complain about him and stuff. And to his credit, I hated to lose him as a customer because he was really dedicated, but like he would always sign up to go last so that no one really had to be in the wake of his weirdness. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Chris, I do want to tell you, you brought him. So Gerardo, do you ever meet Chris Heist?
No.
Chris Heist was a guy that presented as a homeless person. He never wore shoes. And he would I think he had a car.
He drove a Prius, yeah. The classic.
So that's what cracked me up. The funniest, this guy looks so poor. And because he dressed like that on purpose. But Robert Vertrees, another comedian, a friend of mine.
Yeah, I love Rob.
He thinks that everyone is secretly rich. Like every once in a while, he'd be like, that guy, he has a lot of money.
Right.
And one time he said that about Chris Heist, and I was like, the homeless guy? He's like, no, he's not homeless. He has a car, dude. And I was like, you think he's rich because he has a car?
I know.
That guy is not rich. He's like, dude,
I know
his
that guy.
parents, he's rich.
Yeah.
No way he's
right
rich.
on. Gerardo, that's it. Yeah.
There's no truth to that, right? His parents aren't rich, are they?
I think he's just a regular middle class person.
He's middle class?
Yeah.
What does he do?
Well, maybe not him. Well, he always used to talk about how he worked at a university tutoring people in math.
What?
Yeah, that was part of his...
Being smart is not good, I guess, like I said.
Yeah.
Chris Heist never wore shoes. He was always barefoot.
Yeah, always barefoot. It grossed people out.
Yeah, that was gross. And then he would go up there. He's so bad. He was so bad. He'd be like, hey man, so we're all part of why everything's wrong,
Yeah.
He's like, everyone here is a capitalist pig,
Yeah.
They would be like, everybody here, your parents are bad people and I'm a bad person and everything sucks, right? And that was the punchline.
Yeah. There was very lazy. I mean, he had jokes, but he would just do that.
Yeah. It was bad.
Every day he would show up and do that for 2 hours.
Exactly.
Yeah. It was weird. But then he'd get a show or I'd see him and I'd be like, well, that's funny. But he didn't have any interest in working on that. Mm-hmm. In the mics.
For some reason, I didn't hate him though, because normally stuff like that it makes me mad.
He was a little self-aware. A little. Yeah.
He would sometimes afterwards he'd look at me as if we were peers, and I was like, no. let's not go too far.
Yeah.
But no, he wasn't bad. I guess so. Let's say you had to choose a show. You have one spot left, and you have to choose between Ian Russo, Mystery Dan, and Allison Fitzgerald Holder III. Do you know all three of those people?
Mystery Dan, yeah. Allison. Oh.
You never saw Allison, the Jamaican guy? Because I'm going to replace him if you don't know him. But he's the guy who'd be like, hey, man, why you not laughing, man?
I don't know him.
Why you not laughing? Oh, fuck. You don't know Allison? That's surprising.
I know that.
He would wear a suit. He had dreads. He'd pretend to be Jamaican. He wasn't Jamaican.
Oh, man. Yeah, you know what? I remember him from when I would do open mics at the Ha Ha Cafe. But
right. You remember that guy.
Yeah.
Annoying, right?
Vaguely. Yeah, totally. Oh, dude, I like Ian. I
so
hate
you pick Ian over Mystery Dan and Addison Fitzgerald?
Oh, yeah. I wouldn't even put Ian in with those guys.
Well, let me stop you for a second. Mystery Dan is a masterful comedian. Okay, I would love to see Mystery Dan on any show. He's got it. All right, we'll take Ian out then. Bro, no, go ahead.
Put
and
in
defend
someone
Ian.
else.
Defend Ian.
I like Ian Russo, straight
Yeah.
up. I think Ian's funny. I think he's obnoxious and he doesn't conduct himself. And I think that familiarity breeds contempt,
Right.
and he's just so out there that like anything that was novel about him just is irritating at this point because he's fucking out there so much. But Ian's
Okay.
a good comedian. So put someone else in there. I think it's a funny thing that you're asking, but
I want to make sure that you know that people will see this. This is going to
Yeah.
be on YouTube.
I consciously did not bring up Ian Russo because Brendan hates it every time I do.
oh, okay.
Yeah, I know. No, I don't hate Ian Russo. I just don't want to be associated with Ian.
Run
want-
the compilation of Brendan saying he hates him.
Do I say I hate him? I don't think I've ever said I hate him.
I'm just playing. I'm joking.
But let's see. All right, so instead of Ian Russo, I'm trying to think of like who's another crazy person.
Steve Hernandez.
Do you even know Steve Hernandez?
No, I don't know.
You've never been out to the. I'm just curious. Honestly, curious to know who Joe knows because like, comedy is so like. There's so many different worlds in comedy.
Yep.
Yeah.
You probably have never. Do you do any like East Side shows or anything?
No, I only do. I'll do a show. Shoot,
Yeah.
I've been offered shows that I don't take. I don't want to do fucking anything. I just want to
Yeah.
do my own shows.
Right.
I don't mic anywhere else. I mean,
Right.
that's fucking out of the question.
Yeah,
Like,
that doesn't make sense at this point, right?
I don't even want to, and that's not necessarily because of my thing is better or whatever.
Right.
It's just that I'm there so much. Like
Yeah.
if I have any night off, I'm not doing an open mic. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
Because
God.
I
That
host
would be crazy. Yeah.
several hours a week. So, I get shows here and there. And I'm glad that people don't ask me to do certain things. You know what I mean?
Right.
I've made it fucking known, but yeah. Well, so, but yeah, I miss a lot of people, I'm sure, yeah.
So when you first started Fourth Wall, I remember afterwards, then Bert's Backroom came. That was like the second one. Right?
Yeah.
And then that went away. She's like a life coach in Utah or something.
Yeah, that
Oh my
girl was
God.
out of her mind, dude. She came in and tried to gaslight me. Like,
Oh, yeah?
the week before she opened, a couple weeks before they went and did that, she was trying to get me to do something mean to her to justify the opening. You know what I mean? To
Oh,
make
yeah?
it. Yeah, and it kind of backfired. I mean, it wouldn't have mattered. It was not necessary to do that. She
Right.
should have just gone and fucking
Yeah.
did her stupid thing. But I just didn't like that girl as a person. You know what I mean? I thought she was phony.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't, I just, and then when it worked out, it just killed me because it's like I should have been doing that myself over there in that area to begin with. But like, I just, like Dante's down there, it doesn't bother me because Dante and I have an understanding, you know what I mean? And he's kind of like, I'm going to do what you've been doing. And, I know it might bother you to a certain degree, but we came to a professional understanding and it doesn't bother me at all. And I wish him well, but like with her, she's paid no dues at that
Yeah.
point. It was just a complete, she manipulated people and apparently stole their money at the end
Yeah.
of the thing.
Oh, yeah. I forgot. Yeah.
There was a huge thing about that at the beginning of the
That's
pandemic.
right.
It didn't surprise me at all. And it's like, how do people get, and she's, attractive girl says nice things about you, very complimentary. You don't want to believe that they're a bullshit person because then everything they said about you doesn't count anymore. You know what I mean? And so, she's a bullshit human being and I hope she never comes back here. Yeah.
Oh, she's fucking dead. Family dead.
Yeah.
Which one does Dante own?
Flashback. Yeah.
Where's Flashback?
I don't know.
Oh,
But so the what did she do to gaslight you?
She just came in. She was fucking with the list. She like left in the middle of one of Peter Batichowski's sets.
oh, you don't do that to Peter.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He's a
I
great
miss
guy.
Peter. I got you know him.
Oh, he used to go to Chatterbox all the
he
time.
knows
Oh
from
right,
Chatterbox, yeah.
right. And and just stuff like that. And then I'd be like, can you please stop doing this? Like so flagrant. Well, I didn't. And then she like did like like an Amber Heard job, just like phony emotion, trying to like amp the situation as high as possible. I'm like, hey, it's not a big deal. Just please don't do that.
Right.
It's direct. I didn't yell, didn't raise
Yeah.
my voice, but just. Why are you yelling? I'm not yelling at you. Just don't.
For leaving during the the halfway through the mic.
Yeah, and just fucking around with her signing up and not showing up, and just she was trying. She was mining for
Yeah.
to piss you off. You think?
to piss me off and to get other people to piss me off so that then she could go everywhere that she went. Apparently she went to the haha, according to Justin Glockler, and was like, that guy was screaming at me. And then, of course, she's trying to get people to white knight for, we'll go over there and kick his ass. It's just like,
imagine going to the haha cafe.
How toxic can you get? This is for an open mic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? How desperate do you need to be to fit into what the...
I'm looking for 4 gentlemen at the haha cafe.
Yeah.
Well, you can have 2 pedophiles and 1 rapist.
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck, that's hilarious.
So,
I didn't know she was doing that.
And so I knew that it all came out of that, and it was just like, ugh,
The thing, I mean, if people don't, again, I've probably gone too inside baseball, but Bert's back room was her mic, which was essentially the same thing as Fourth Wall in Melrose next to the Von Dutch. You always know you're at a good mic when there's a Von Dutch store next to you. And
terrible parking.
It actually wasn't that bad.
Terrible.
I disagree.
If you went late, it opens up in that neighborhood.
Yeah, Melrose.
Yeah.
But what I saw, because I also did just as many Bert's backroom jokes.
Okay.
I kept blaming the start of COVID on female comedians. I'd say that they eat birds there or something. I don't even remember. Okay. Some dumb shit. And then one of them, I got posted. One of the episodes actually was like the green frog crying, and I put it over the Bert's backroom thing. And I was like, we miss Bert so much. And then somebody wrote, you mean that bitch that stole all our money or something like that?
Yeah.
And I was like, what are you you know what it was? Erickson. Erickson did that.
Yeah. She reached out for a bunch of donations to, don't save us before we go down. And then she just took the money and closed.
Yeah.
She's a psycho, man. Like, what the fuck?
How much time have we done?
55 minutes.
Okay. Yeah. So she I guess. I mean, I don't know. I only met her the few times, but I remember you guys had beef because she started the thing out from under you, or at least that was my take on it.
Yeah. It was, there's nothing that I can do, but it was just hard. Whatever, it wasn't illegal, but it was just hard for me.
It feels bad. Yeah. I mean, to take someone's idea like that. And then also the way, I guess, Dante approached you about this? He told you what he was doing?
Yeah. I mean, he let me know what was going on. And he's also just done so many things for me over the years that it was just kind of like, yeah, dude, no worries. You know? Yeah.
Who the fuck is Bert?
Rachel Cuthbert, allegedly.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
So it's not even Bert.
I'm glad that you have no idea. That makes me happy.
Cuthbert is Bert, I think, is from Cuthbert.
I wanted to ask you, how did you come up with the name Fourth Wall?
Oh, that's a good question. It was just sitting there when I was running my moving company out of there, and I was thinking of I always like anything, if you're doing a comedy club, to comedy not be in the name.
Yeah.
The comedy store that's like a fucking legacy great name.
Damn, that's a shot at the Melrose comedy, baby. Joe coming out swinging. Pasadena comedy is dumb, bitch.
Hollywood comedy is stupid.
Joe's dick.
Before they even existed, I said that. But,
I know, I'm kidding around.
But not just comedy, but like laugh or ha-ha or chuckle or whatever.
Damn, he's not stopping, dude.
Factory. What if we after the show we feel like the owner of the Hollywood comedy has been brutally murdered? Bert's backroom person, life coach in Utah, is strangled to death. So killing people.
She's another one.
I would still think that Chris Fumagalli did it.
So how did it come about, the Fourth Wall name?
So I was in there and I was just trying to what can I name this where I don't put one of the chuckle ha whatever in there, and it was like, well, what's a comedy? What do my favorite movies have in common is I love Mel Brooks. I like Wayne's World. I like Mike Myers. I like, these are the things I kind of grew up on. And they break the fourth wall a lot in that. You know what I mean? There's a lot of talking to the camera. I'm like, that could be a good metaphor for, a name, you know what I mean? It's always almost used in a comedic way to break the fourth wall. I mean, rarely do they break the fourth wall to do a dramatic thing. Mm-hmm. And, and it's also if you want to go beyond the obvious thing of that, it's also a construct of breaking through your own wall. You know what I mean? You fucking get out of your own way, go out there, do something fucking, give it to the audience. And then in stand up, you always break the fourth wall. You're always talking.
Exactly.
So yeah.
No, I love the name.
Yeah. So, thank you. Yeah. But that's it. And I majored in theater, so like.
Yeah, same.
Oh, did you?
I didn't graduate, but I went to Cal Poly Pomona.
Oh, okay, great. Yeah. I didn't know they had theater. That was all engineering.
Yep.
But that's it. Just kind of dorky theater shit.
Yeah. Yep.
Dude, I have so many. The problem with my fourth wall tweets is that like some of them are fourth, FOR or FOURTH.
Yeah.
And some of them are for like the number 4TH. But just searching it, one is, and this was March 1st of 2020.
Jesus Christ.
Said, fourth wall confirms third death, unrelated to coronavirus.
See, Jesus Christ. I don't keep up with anything. Like I didn't get that.
This is another one. This was July 26, 2021. I was kicked out of my 10 p.m. fourth wall slot for, and I quote, being vaccinated.
That if I had heard that, I would have been upset about that.
I'm so sorry. I mean, people know I'm not serious. All I say is I lie online.
Yeah. But the thing is, there's no way for you to know like how many fucking, because people would read that and then they fucking, they'd send me some fucking horrible threatening message.
Not
you know what I mean?
Me though. I mean, yeah, they would do it anyways. Another one's that this is March 13th, 2020. CDC just came into Fourth Wall in full hazmat suits and removed the stool.
Oh, fuck, dude.
The owner of Fourth Wall has donated 8,400 ventilators to LA hospitals.
Oh, man.
Throughout all of this, the owner of Fourth Wall continues to have sex with my wife.
See, this is why we're not getting on the top 60 list. The fucking people that fucking, the dorks that fucking write articles and shit, they're going to go like, well, what's online about this place? And then they just go and then that's it. Nobody else is saying anything.
Fourth Wall stands with women. That was a good one.
Oh. Cooney, you're the reason we probably didn't make it out there. They're like, oh, this is like, we can't even mention this. They're clearly like a menace to the community.
Ken Gar took a picture.
They were probably afraid that if they put our fucking stupid ass brand on there, they'd lose like ads or something. I'd be like, we're not gonna fucking buy ads in your fucking LA Times because you put these misogynistic fucking Trumpers in there, and it's like.
Ken Gar took a picture of this like car that's like super fucked up. The trunk is all fucked up, and he goes, "Can we please start a GoFundMe for Cooney or Die? This is heartbreaking." And I retweeted it, and I said, "New Fourth Wall location coming soon."
Oh god! No wonder they can't believe you actually go there. They think it's
we should stop soon, but I can't stop. Okay, this one's a good one. The Comedy Store raised $92,000 for its out-of-work employees and comics. Laugh Aid raised more than $300,000 for stand-ups, and I can't even get the owner of Fourth Wall to stop fucking my wife. Here's another good one. I did so many like riot tweets.
That's fucking. Jesus Christ, dude! I didn't read one of these things. I'm only getting this now. Oh
I didn't. Now you hate me. I didn't know that. See, because I didn't know that until you did like a bit about how you had to deal with the riots. We don't need to get into that, but he had a lot of shit they did put up with the riots.
Yeah,
I said armed and standing outside of Fourth Wall with 3 other comics. We're not protecting it from looters. We're here to get our $5.
Fucking Cooney, dude.
Agents and managers, please stop telling your clients you can't hire them because they've never crushed at Fourth Wall.
Jesus Christ, dude.
There's so many. I can't. I'm sorry.
If anyone ever asks me again, why does Cooney do inside baseball open mic stuff, I'm just going to show them this clip.
Dude, there's like,
oh my God.
This is insane. There's like
look how much joy
so
brings
many
him.
more. There's so many more. I can't keep you hostage.
Do you keep up with those memes of like, what month are you? And it's a bunch of open mics.
What,
that's right. That one was really popular, actually. I put you in that.
Oh, thanks.
That was like a big
It's like
popular meme.
the open mic Zodiac.
Yeah, I did.
What?
Yeah.
You had way too much time in quarantine.
He does this shit still.
Of course I did. I mean, I lost my mind during the quarantine.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Are you gonna be able to find it? I think I was Tao Comedy Studio, which I was pretty upset about that.
Oh, I'm not even looking for. I mean, maybe if I type in Zodiac, I can just show you that offline. It was pretty funny.
Yeah.
Anyways, we'll end the show. We don't want to keep you too long. We always do segments, so we'll just do the checking in with Scott, where I don't know if you know Scott Lurs.
Yeah. Who?
Scott Lurs. So pull up Scott's Twitter. We'll just read off a tweet.
Checking in with Scott. Oh, it's taking me a second. You stop talking.
Oh, sorry.
What?
Sorry. It's funny that Heather pops up right when you search.
I know, every week.
So what did he do?
Okay, here we go. Is this recent? Yeah, it's recent. Okay, let me make it big. No homo.
The proposed gondola from Union Station to Dodger Stadium is such an unnecessary waste of money, and I'm 1,000% here for it. I agree. I didn't even hear about that, but that sounds awesome.
Is that a real thing?
I don't know, but I'm definitely gonna. I got invited to a game. Actually, I was gonna go with Adam. He had like some gambling thing. Adam Johnson.
Yeah.
He's always trying to get me to go. I would have gone, but it's just too hot.
Yeah.
Right now, yeah, it's pretty day game, night game. Oh yeah.
I don't know if I even have a night game in me right now. Although I probably did it last year and I forgot.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, good job, Scott. And then the latest segment of Is Heather Okay?
Is Heather okay?
Probably not.
Nice.
Do you know Heather Morley?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. My job has always asked me to refer new employees for open positions, and I have to be like, sorry, almost everyone I know in LA is a comedian with a DUI who talks about being anti-work on stage. That's a good one, Heather. I'm surprised only 7 likes. Those are good. I agree.
Should I like it?
I mean, I'll go ahead and like it too later, you know.
Oh,
yeah, good tweet, Heather. You know, that's kind of what you are, though, probably. Every show, if we have a guest, we ask them who their least favorite comedian is in LA. And I know you already told me offline. You said Ken Gar, he's a little bitch. So that's all. That's the show. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I'm just kidding. He didn't say that, but he thinks it. All right.
Also, check out fourthwallcomedy.com, right?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Actually, you know, we have guests. So yeah, plugs. Do you have any plugs?
Yeah. Check out fourthwallcomedy.com. We got open mics day and night at the cafe and in Hollywood and in North Hollywood. Mm-hmm. And we got Fourth Wall Fire Show every single Friday. With shows will be featuring these two gentlemen right here.
Hell
and
yeah.
we'll be getting the dates set up here after we're done here. Or confirmed. So very good there. And let's see, is there anything else? That's it.
You know what? It may still be funny to do a like fake owner of Fourth Wall. So I hope you won't be angry if I have on Danielle Perez as the owner of Fourth Wall. She always wants to do characters on the show. So maybe I'll do that. Do you know Danielle
Perez?
You probably know her if you've seen her. But all right, anyways, thanks so much for doing the show. You did great.
Thank you,
Knocked out
Tony.
of the park.
Yeah.
He is a friend of mine. You sons of bitches who talk shit online.
That's
so
true.
know you're talking shit about a friend of mine, you sons of fucking...
He goes. He's there.
All right.
It's ironic.
Yeah. Okay.
It's
just
satirical.
because he fucks my wife doesn't mean we're not friends and I watch. All right. Have a great week. Thank you.